Shalom, family. Baruch Hashem Yah, Bahashem Yahushua, Baruch Hashem Yahushua. Today I'm coming with a quick word, and I'm going to come out of Matthew 18th chapter, verses 1 through 6. And I want to talk quickly about becoming as little children. In these last days, we, as the scriptures teach, are in perilous times. There are a lot of attacks from the enemy. And of course, all these things are dictated by the Most High Yah. We have to understand that. But there are troubling times. There are things that are going on. But if our mindset is right, and our spiritual state of mind is right, then we will be able to endure and overcome. And this is very important, these scriptures, being as little children. Because if we don't come to Yah or have that type of relationship with Him, then all kinds of earthly, fleshly thinking will come into play. We'll actually get to a point where we think we're dictating things to Yah instead of Him dictating things to us. We won't have any problem with modifying the scripture. Won't have any problem with presenting things the way we want them to be instead of the way Yah said they will be. But if you think about being a little child, you have to understand what we're talking about here. And this is something that my wife through the Ruach HaKodesh shared with me. We talk a lot. It's very important to talk to your spouse, very important to communicate, pray together. And Yah will use that relationship to teach, to grow in the word and grow in understanding. But we look at it the right way about being children. And of course mothers may understand it even more than fathers, but we all have been children. That children eat what you give them. They wear what you put on them. They go where you take them. You put them in the car, you strap them in, you drive. They just look out the window, sleep, with no thought or concern for where the destination is or whether or not you're going to get there safely. They get the diaper changed. Could you change it? Okay, if they have any trouble, they will cry to let you know that they are some type of distress so that you can come and make it better. They go where you tell them to go. They come where you tell them to come. This is the relationship between children and their parents. And this is the same relationship that Yah desires for us to have. And people don't see it that way, but they need to start seeing it that way. That wherever Yah puts on you, you wear it. Wherever accommodation He provides for you, you live in them. Wherever He takes you, you go. Wherever He sets before you to eat, you eat. That humble, accepting spirit is what He is looking for in His children. Not us dictating to Him. You start to get into trouble when you start telling your parents, I'm not eating this. What is this? I don't want this. I don't want to wear this. I don't want to come back at such and such a time. I don't want to go to such and such a place. You start acting that way, there are repercussions. And we have to understand that as well. We don't dictate to Yah. He dictates to us. We have to accept this. And this salvation, this walk, this life, this truth as little children. And there's too many people out here getting a little too big for their britches, trying to dictate to Yah the conditions of everything, of returning to Him, of who's coming, who can't, and all of these emotions and spirits and ways that contradict what the scriptures say. Now we're going to look at Matthew 18, again 1 through 6, and kind of break some of this down. Let's start at verse 1, Matthew 18. At that time the taught ones came to Yahushua, saying, Who then is the greatest in the reign of the heavens? And Yahushua called a little child to him, and set him in their midst, and said, Truly I say unto you, unless you turn and become as little children, you shall by no means enter into the reign of the heavens. What is this saying? That this is not something the Most High is going to make you do. You have to turn and behave as a child. You have to understand this is the way you have the mindset you have to have when it comes to your relationship with Yah. He's not going to make you go with the flow. He's not going to make you have that mindset of humility that he's going to come through for you, that he has this, and whatever he's taking me is where I'm going. If you fight against that, you push back, you complain, you rebel, then there'll be consequences. But these are actions we have to take. We have to remember, be mindful of the fact that we are children, dear children, as the scripture says. Even the Old Testament we refer to as children. We are children of Israel, children of Yah, children of Elohim. We are kids, okay, in the sense of being little children. This is how Yah sees us. This is how we have to see ourselves. Let's keep going here. Verse 4. Whoever then humbles himself as this little child is the greatest in the reign of the heavens. You see how important that is? That humility, that understanding that everything Yah provides, I will accept. And if I have distresses, yes, I will cry out to him. This is us praying to him. This is us fasting. This is us wanting to communicate with him for relief, to be delivered, to be able to endure, and to not lose faith or lose hope. Let's keep going. Verse 5. And whoever receives one little child like this in my name receives me. And, we have that humility about us when you are teaching about Yahushua, and people receive that, then they receive Yahushua, they receive the Most High Yah. Okay? People reject that. Well, scripture says they do not receive Yahushua or the Most High Yah, because you have to receive the Son. And we worship the Father, but we get to him. This is our intercessor, as all throughout the scriptures teach us. That humility of being a child, to understand no matter what we're going through, hey, we're going to ride this out. We're going to be children. We're going to know that Yah has this. We're going to know he's going to bring deliverance. He's going to get us where we need to go. This mentality of wherever he takes us, that's where we go. Wherever he provides, this is what we eat. This is what we have. And we don't complain. And that devil, how Satan, that adversary is coming upon us, then we cry unto Yah to be helped in time of need, because he has everything under control. Verse 6, let's look at this. And this is a warning to those who have humbled themselves and understand their children, that the children-parent relationship. If you come to them and you cause them to stumble with your mess, with all the foul stuff you got out here that you weaved into the scriptures to suit your own needs and lusts, if you cause him to stumble, it is better for him that a millstone be hung around his neck and that he be drowned in the depth of the sea. So we who have humbled ourselves and understand that Yah controls everything, if we are caused to stumble and walk away from this, and now we gonna dictate what happens, we gonna fit the kingdom that sounds good to us, the outcome we want, and there's gonna be a punishment for us, but there's gonna be a punishment for those who have caused us to turn away from this walk and go our own way and say our own thing. It just sounds good. This is the way I want it to be. When Yah has clearly stated how things are going to be, who he will accept, who he will not accept, what he will accept, what he will not accept, and that we are living a spiritual life to please the Most High Yah. Not a fleshly life, not an earthly life. It is a spiritual connection. But we have to keep that in mind, that we are little children. This hopefully will help you put things in perspective and give you the encouragement to go on another day. Hallelujah. May Yah add a blessing to his word.